The most consumed drug is heroin. Drug abuse is not just about substance, it's about story. Addiction is not the end. Help exists, hope exists, recovery exists.
A very good afternoon to all. Welcome to the podcast that is Professor Ghulam Rasool Bachcha's podcast. I'm your host Rahil Amin, and today we have with us a distinguished guest, Miss Nusrat Maqbool. She is Associate Professor of Law at Sopor Law College. In today's episode, we are going to deal with a very important issue, that is drug abuse in Kashmir. This issue is indeed a very important issue. It has impacted each and everyone. It has impacted families, and we can say that it has impacted the society at large. So, ma'am, I welcome you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to the podcast. It is my pleasure to be the part of this podcast. Thank you, Mr. Rai.
So, ma'am, before discussing this particular issue, let's tell our audience what drug abuse is.
Drug abuse, in simple terms, is the excessive or repeated use of narcotic drugs or psychoactive substances for non-medical purposes, in a manner that it affects individuals physically, mentally, socially, and economically. It includes misuse of substances like illicit drugs, cocaine, opium, cannabis, heroin, and other medical prescriptive drugs like sleeping pills, sedatives without doctor's proper consultation, or other intoxicating drugs which are harmful to the individual. And there are different types of the drugs which are abused, like stimulants, depressants, hallucinogens, and prescriptive drugs.
Ma'am, if I ask you this thing that how it leads to addiction.
No one is born as a drug addict. Drug addiction often begins with a choice, but it does not remain a choice. At the beginning, the person might choose to experiment, maybe at the school, maybe at the college, maybe at the home, maybe at neighbor's home, maybe out of curiosity, maybe just to try it once. And nothing happens. So they try again and again. Something changes. Something changes inside that person.
So we can say that he in a way becomes dependent on it.
First, the person tries as the choice, but at this time, it doesn't remain a choice. It becomes a need. Need finally becomes a compulsion. At this stage, the drug addict is not saying that, should I take this? Instead, his mind is saying that I need this. It is important for my survival. It is necessary for my existence. It is necessary for my functioning. Eventually, the body and mind becomes totally dependent on the drugs, and the person becomes a drug addict.
There has been increase, if we see today that there has been increase in such type of cases. So, ma'am, how do you see it?
There is we can't say that there is a single reason that is responsible for the drug addiction in the Kashmir or drug addiction in the India. There are a number of the reasons, like geographical location of the Kashmir, like unemployment, peer pressure, and the lack of parental supervision and care. Unemployment, as we know that Kashmir lies near the routes connected to the Golden Crescent. Golden Crescent consists of 3 countries, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Iran. This region is the largest producer of the opium and the heroin in the world. As we know that our borders are connected to these countries, and it becomes easily traffic across the borders.
So it is easily accessible.
It becomes easily accessible for the youth. The drugs are trafficked across the borders, and it enters into our local community. Due to the increase in the supply, the price falls, and the youth can get easier access to the drugs. Second major reason is the unemployment. Unemployment plays a major role in the drug addiction in the Kashmir. When the unemployment, youth feels stress because of the future, feels frustrated because of lack of opportunities, depressed, anxiety. Now he wants to escape from the reality. He thinks that drug is the only relief. Drug is the only way to get out of the reality. And he becomes inflicted towards drugs. Third reason, as we know that there is a famous say that a man is known by the company he keeps. Well, peer influence is one of the plays major role in the youth and adolescent. When a person or a child wants acceptance in the society, he doesn't see whether this company is good or bad. He simply wants to get adjusted in that. For this, if he has drugs, he doesn't hesitate. to fit in the company. And the last, I can't say that the last, but this is one of the major reasons, the lack of parental care and the supervision. Parents play important role in the emotional development of the children. When the parents fail to provide support, love, supervision to the child feels neglected. This is why a child is neglected. This leads him to the drug use.
So he feels isolated.
He feels isolated. He wants to escape from the reality. So he gets inflected towards the drugs.
Ma'am, if we have a look on what are the different laws dealing with it, how do you see that we have a particular legislation that is called as NDPS? What's the role of law?
As you know that the drugs have affected each and every corner of the world. As per the social ministry and empowerment, we have around 6 crore people affected in the India by drug abuse. Out of which 1.35 million abusers are in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, doubling the data from 222. We have around 168,000 minor drug abusers in the Kashmir. The most consumed drug is heroin. On average, a person spends 88,000 per monthly on this drug consumption. Drug abuse has not remained a personal issue. It's not just a personal issue. It's a legal issue. Behind addiction, there is supply, trafficking, distribution, sale, transport, import, export. And this is governed by the NDPS Act. Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Act 1985. It deals with the transport, sale, import and export. This act provides punishment. In the when drugs are taken in the smaller quantity, we have the lesser punishment. When it is taken in the larger quantity, we have the strict punishment. Punishment can go up to 20 years. In most cases, it becomes difficult to get the bail. What makes this law is unique that it differentiates between trafficker and abuser. Trafficker is the one who exploits the system by selling, by distributing, by importing, by exporting. Who is the abuser? Abuser can sometimes be a victim. That's why a law allows this. NDPS Act allows for the rehabilitation of the abusers.
Can we see that it is now a victim-centric legislation?
Yes, we can say that because it allows for the rehabilitation of the victims who are the abusers. There is no rehabilitation for the traffickers, for the peddlers. It rehabilitates abuser so that he can get back into the society to his original life.
Social reintegration.
Yes, a type of social reintegration. We have almost 20 ATFs, addiction treatment facilities in Jammu and Kashmir. 11 in Kashmir and 9 in Jammu. And we have also 6 private drug addiction centers in Jammu and Kashmir.
So, okay, ma'am, if I ask you this thing that what are the steps that should be taken by the concerned authorities for tackling or curbing such issue?
As I have already discussed, we have NDPS Act. We have another section in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, that is section 111, which deals with the organized crime. In section 111, this trafficking of drug is also prohibited, it's criminalized. And recently, the government of Jammu and Kashmir has taken an initiative to curb this menace, that is Nasha Mukt Jammu and Kashmir Abhiyan. It's a 100 days campaign. Its objectives is to spread awareness among youth, among schools, among colleges, among universities, among local communities, among ulamas, to eradicate this menace from our society. And another objective is to give punishment, harsher punishment for the drug peddlers by seizing their property. And its most important aspect is the community involvement. This initiative wants every aspect of the society, be it school, be it college, be it university, be it student, every person of the society to get involved in this to eradicate this menace from our society.
Ma'am, do you have any message for our viewers?
Drug abuse is not just about substance, it's about stories of resilience, stories of loss. If I want to add one to that, addiction is not the end. Help exists, hope exists, recovery exists. If you or someone you know is struggling, don't be silent, speak up. Because sometimes a single conversation can save a life. Thank you.
So we can conclude by saying that change doesn't come somewhere far away. It comes from us. So until next time, stay informed, stay aware and stay tuned. Thank you. Thank you so much.